Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where we just finished day 1 of the trial. I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what happened. Although, I don't actually know who the murderer is for once, which is like kind of the opposite of most of these cases, so interesting change of pace. Alright, September 22nd, 1:48, Write Anything Agency. What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception? Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that must have cost them. I have no idea. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you've got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up if you ask me. You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hey Maya, are you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So what should we start with? Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. Which I finally now get Soren. Like soaring. I got that one now. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true. I don't know if there's more to it than that, maybe, but that's as far as I've gotten with it. So what really matters right now is the identity of the mystery person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mystery person? That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright. Well, at least there were only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. Is it? I mean the groom Soren Sprocket, right? No? Wait. Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. I just realized, so he would have participated in it, too. Oh. I don't know how I didn't think of that. Although, ooh, what if they messed with him? Right? Is that it? They were like, oh, this first one is just like a practice or the rehearsal or something. I don't know. I want to believe. So then what am I doing here? Ow. Oh, I guess it would have been Edgeworth. Very busy man, you know. Well, all the other people involved are Soren's family members, so I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man, I have a really tight schedule, but oh heck, what are friends for, right? Okay pal, go ahead, ask me anything. You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? Tell me about the incident. I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head? If I gotta. Okay. Okay. So the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh. Oh, yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in the cabin. It was awful, I tell you. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception at around 10 p.m. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw it together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. The key point here is that the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul. It's just me, because I was locked up in a cabin at the time. But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? Nope, the place was completely deserted. I guess because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. It makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast and had the second reception soon after that. Alright, piecing this together. After I was just like, I got this. So was the murder really an accident, or were they planning to do that all along? That's a piece of information we need to figure out. Then after the second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened. So, okay. I'm like, maybe someone saw Gloomsbury try to attack Ellen, and then accidentally killed him. They decided they needed to cover it up. Although that doesn't explain why Ellen passed out, because I feel like that was planned. If I can figure out what caused her to lose consciousness, I feel like that would help. We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. Right. And I'm assuming Larry switching that like screwed up the whole plan. We'll just have to look into it along with the identity of that mystery person. Alright, tell me about that cabin. So while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual. Oh, right. That drawing of that pterodactyl you saw. Okay. So why was that there? I don't. Oh, wait. Oh, that's just the drawing of that. Never mind. Okay. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it. I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened, which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh. Are you doubting the eye of a super popular picture book author? No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick! You're making me doubt my own eyes. Now I'm not even sure what I saw. Larry's drawing updated in the court record. He probably mistook something for what he claims is a pterodactyl in this picture. But why would that be there? Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder. That's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I'd better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Whose do you think? It's mine, of course. It's a Lower East Nim book signing. But you want to run and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed it right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm going to send you the bill too, of course. Just put them down as an office expense or something. Well, see ya. Well, wait, Larry, we don't need... he's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy, Trucy's not gonna like this office expense. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right, we should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up. I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know? You can leave the case to us, so you go ahead and run along now. Boss! Off you go, Athena! No, I don't want to die! We'd better get going too, Maya. Okay. We were going to talk to Ellen. Oh, she's still cleaning. poor sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen with the trial, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before you passed out. How'd you get an iron in there? Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. I'd better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren. Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. Wait, how did we get to that conclusion? Did I forget something from... It's been a week. New recording session. Did I forget something from last time? So I thought he might be able to tell us something. How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone. All right. Just calm down. No, not if you're accusing my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pan and ladle down, all right? Really? Cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? Better be careful not to provoke her. Alright, tell me about Soren, I guess. Could you tell me about Soren? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you won't hear a peep out of me about Soren. Talk about pulling teeth. Alright, tell me about Persnickety. Did you tell me about Pierce Snickety then? Pierce? He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. He's the family butler, and he's now in charge of everything in the household. Wait, only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? Just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. And that's suspicious. It might have been Soren's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. Yeah. But no matter how good he is at his job, how can anybody gain that much influence in a single year? I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? Oh, tell me about time travel. What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know. I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something he wishes he could change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist. Really now? You think he knows someone who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. So I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? Great, I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it if Soren ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Yikes. Alan, please don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you? No, you're right. And the floodwaters recede once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there? That's where I wanted to go anyway. Roger, Nick. Alright. Yep, there it is. Sprocket Park mooring dock. Wish there was a way to get the bar out of the way. But there's Larry's pterodactyl. Okay. But why would the map be there? Like, there are certain places where I could see them, like, trying to use, like, coverings on the windows to obscure what time it was. But I don't get that one. Look, you can even see the stars, too. So where should we start? Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall in Sprocket Manor. I know, we haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet. Hey, you're right. We've still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is actually the actual scene of the murder, right? And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do you know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet. There we go. There it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Oh. Yep, there's the outline. Wait. Alright, it's not perfect. Oh, I thought there were stars. Never mind. It looks like it's flipped. I think. Oh, no, I see that little triangle in the middle. Okay. Oh, all right. Move to the hold. This is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We'd better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey, Nick! Weren't we supposed to need a keycard to get in here? Huh, you're right. I wonder why it was unlocked. Shoot, who could how's it going, Mr. Wright? Oh, I should have gone with my first guess. I was gonna say Emma, and then I was like, oh, but what if it's persnickety? Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigation for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door's security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it, thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am! Well, let's get this show on the road. Do you have anything to... Oh, tell me about the incident. Any progress with your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up. Yeah. So it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Oh. Well, that was helpful. I would like to examine, you. Those are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo. The petals make them look like little gears. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they're going to shower the couple with the petals? You mean kind of like how people throw rice or confetti? Yeah, like that. Only these were found at the scene of the murder instead. I don't think that's anything. These must be the dishes and glasses they use for receptions. Very fancy. Bet we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Ooh, I want to see, Nick. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them. Nick, you think I'm going to break them, don't you? Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. Oh, the glasses aren't anything. Okay. What are you? So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the flying chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around and around and around and around, and I think I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. Cake. Can we get a slice? Oh, it's a cake, Nick. A cake. It's so big, they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? You're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam. Sure, knock yourself out. You mean it's not real? Well, it sure fooled me. I was so ready to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick, let's go get some. Maybe after the trial is over. Candle? It looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. It's able to pull a set of left-hand prints. Do you know whose prints they are? Yes. Prints belong to the victim, to Miss Gloomsbury. Nick! I just figured out something amazing. You did? Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doomagloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what? A real silly Sally if you thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic. You're pretty good, Maya. I looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome! Good for you, Maya. Good for you, that's all you've got to say. I think you did a real great job, Maya. Way to go! I guess one can never have too much info. Now you're talking, But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, is it? That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that then. It's still possible it had something to do with the incident, though. I'd better add it to the evidence file, just in case. Candelabra added to the court record, a candelabra from the hold bearing fingerprints from Gloomsbury's left hand, which is his dominant hand. Wielding it like a weapon, gonna whap someone with it. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. Ooh. You're giving this to us? Sure. I had 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like we get those frequently. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. Should we dust for prints? You? What's that? A wedding bell? According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds. I guess they disassemble and store it away here in the hold when it's not being used. Oh, so there are 2 male Pega Bull lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pega Cow lanterns. Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't you see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me. I mean, it's Larry. And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. Yeah, and Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright? No, the lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall. Just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. Oh look, there's the lever to lift the lift Emma told us about. Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing. Wait, I'm not even on it yet. Oh, wait. Oh. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Whoops, sorry. I got a little carried away. Never mind that. Move over a little. Okay. Is that blood? Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood? Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. I do see his hand is bloody. That tells me I'd better take a picture of this. Lift bloodstain added to the court record. A bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift in the hold. It's unknown whose blood it is. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. I should write some of this stuff down. There. Like showing Emma the blood. Will she figure out whose it is? I'll probably forget by the next time I talk to her. Done. I want to find out some more about that blood stain, but for now, I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome. You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder. Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again and away we go. Wow, look at the gorgeous view. So this is where Ellen was attacked and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's splat on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to? Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. Oh, alright then. Oh. Didn't get that for some reason. Oh, look, Nick, it's an airplane. I wonder if Soren built that one, too. Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood. And who do you propose is going to pilot the wooden death trap? Me, of course. Who else? Literally anybody. Don't worry. I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times. I think I'll pass. Still got my whole life ahead of me. Okay. Oh, you! Ah! Okay, I don't even need notes. What was it? Game? Work with me. Blood. Emma, about this blood stain. Doesn't something about it strike you as odd? What's that about the victim's blood? That's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it. I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. Oh. Okay. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little bit more? A little more? What are you... Oops. Well, what happened? I almost dropped the candelabra, and the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait. Wait a minute. There we go. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candles is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is? What makes you say that? Forensic investigator's intuition. We already dusted this for prints earlier. Let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she'd use every test she has at the same time as she could. Just hang on. This will only take a second. Hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. What is all that blood doing on there? Okay. Candelabra updated on the court record. Traces of blood were found on it. Traces? Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception. These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. It's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Wait, alright, let's do this. About this blood stain. What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah, what's that? Well, there's a huge blood stain on the crime scene lift and a blood-stained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. Yes, that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. Yes! Results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? Seems that the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person. Yes! A bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift, it matches the blood on the candelabra. Stained with the same blood found on the lift. Okay. 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 Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and that wasn't all that much blood. But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood... Oh. Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra. Oh my goodness, if that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Alan's statement about a third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. A mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Alan's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around in there. Reception hall? The forensic team is in their investigation right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else. Good idea. Could we go question some people? Especially Soren. I have quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Have to do some legwork then. Yep. Thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He just accompanied the police on their investigation from here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great, thanks. Later, Emma.